Well, it's great to see everybody here today. On behalf of Pueblo City County Library District, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all to the Robert Hoag Rawlings Library and the best public library in America. It's so awesome to be able to say that. Thank you guys all for helping us and helping our community get this incredible recognition. We are here today for the 28th Annual Outstanding Women Awards. My name is Midori Clark, and I have the distinct honor of serving as the Director of Community Relations and Development here at PCCLD. I'd like to start by just recognizing our Library Board of Trustees who are here with us today. When I call your name, please stand up, and we'll just hold our applause till the end since we do have a fairly tight agenda. Starting with President Doreen Martinez, Marlene Brager, Lindell Guerreau, Stephanie Garcia, Phil Mancha, and Jim Stewart. I am very excited also from our Pueblo Library Foundation Board to have with us today President Lindell Guerreau, Vice President Jim Stewart, Dustin Hodge, Jesse Onis, and Julie Rodriguez. And from our fantastic Friends of the Library Board, President Dustin Hodge, Vice President Evelyn Clayton, Treasurer Leslie Carroll, Dottie Calhoun, Doris Kester, Jesse Onis, and Becky Sutta. And I also like to recognize my boss, the Executive Director of PCCLD, John Walker. Where'd you end up? Right there. Also with us today, we have the entire cohort for PCCLD's Homegrown Leaders Program. We call it the Leadership Academy, and if they could just stand, we could say welcome to you all as well. This is the 2018 Outstanding Women Awards Luncheon. I thank you very much for being here today to honor these women who make such a big difference in our lives and also for the city of Pueblo. We have 293 attendees today, which is, you can clap for that. It is our largest gathering ever, and not by a little, but by about 100 people. So we are honoring 41 very deserving women this afternoon. We, as always, are committed to keeping this luncheon to an hour, which is going to be a huge challenge this year, given that this is the most honorees that we've ever tried to honor in one afternoon. So presenters, please keep your nominee bios to 3 sentences. Also nominees, we know that you are thankful to be here today, but in order to be respectful to those who only have the 1 hour for lunch, we invite you to thank your organizations in your own way during your own time rather than at today's luncheon. Please just graciously accept your award without commandeering the mic. We will be going in the order presented in the booklet, so please be aware of where you are in the program, and we just ask that you make your way to the front of the room while the previous outstanding woman is being honored. So please do not wait until your name is called. Just a quick reminder, we want to take a group photo of all of our honorees today at the end of this program. We will take that photo on the staircase between the 2nd and 3rd floor right over there. And I'll ask that we let all of the outstanding women leave first at the end of today's program so that they can get to the photo spot just a little bit quicker. We are also filming this event, and we will have the program available on the library's website to view in a week or 2. Each honoree today is receiving a custom-made platter by artist Kate Fox. They're really beautiful. And also, the Pueblo chieftain was gracious enough to provide a reprint of the newspaper pages for each honoree, so we will have that included in today's award as well. And with that, we will start with our first honoree this year, and she is Julie Ariano from Remax Associates, presented by Bob Tibbs. And as they're making their way up, yeah, Sherry, if you can, Lindell could also head there.
First, okay. So this is Julie Ariano. She's the office manager for Remax Associates, and I can only describe her with one word: as irreplaceable. To our office and to all of our agents, and they would agree. Thank you.
Our next honoree today from the Pueblo Library Foundation is Sherry Baca, presented by Lindell Gayro.
Thank you. Sherry Baca grew up in Trinidad. She attended Trinidad State Junior College, then CSUP, where she earned a bachelor's degree in accounting, followed by an MBA. Ms. Baca, who is a licensed CPA, has worked in the nonprofit sector as CEO of Roselawn Cemetery and Funeral Home. I didn't mean to mess up, so I gotta get started again. CEO of Roselawn Cemetery and Funeral Home, President and CEO of El Pueblo, an adolescent treatment community, and she is currently the Chief Financial Officer of the Pueblo City County Library District, a role that is vital to the Pueblo Library Foundation.
Our next honoree today is Lori Burnt from Remax Associates and Jeff Valletta presenting.
Thank you. This is Lori Burnt, and in real estate you rarely get a chance to make a second impression. You rarely get a chance, but Lori is the first voice you'll hear, the first person you'll see when you walk through our doors, and she's a calming force amongst the storm of real estate, and we couldn't do it without her. Thank you so much.
Our next honoree today is Gloria Bledsoe Maddox. She's being honored by the Sangre de Cristo Arts and Conference Center, and Jim Richardson is presenting her award.
It's great, and you can help us all if you pull your chairs in a little bit so we can get up here. It's my honor to be up here with Gloria. Gloria is a volunteer extraordinaire. You all have her bio there in front of you, but a few more things I want to add. You know, you're only as great as the people you surround yourself with. It's great to be here with Gloria's husband, Gene, and her lovely daughter, Grace. And do I have to shout? No, I don't. Okay. Of course, her time is the greatest treasure, and we at the Art Center thank her from the bottom of our hearts for her precious gift of time. Thank you, Gloria. And thank you all for being here in the country's #1 library. Yeah, great.
Our next honoree today is Mary Jo Carter, and Deb Darrow is presenting her award from Rosemount Museum Auxiliary.
Hello, Mary Jo Carter has volunteered at Rosemount for 47 years. She was a founding member of our Women's Auxiliary. She has served on the auxiliary board in many capacities, participating in almost every single committee and at almost every single event that the museum has ever had. Mary Jo is currently serving on our board of directors. She is outspoken, she is opinionated, she is a fireball, and she has an extremely amazing work ethic, and it's exactly the kind of model you want to have as a volunteer at your organization. So congratulations, Mary Jo.
Our next honoree is Donna Conley. She could not be here today, but she's being nominated by the Friends of Pueblo City County Library District, and Dustin Hodge is going to read a little bit about her.
The Friends would like to recognize Donna. She's given thousands of hours, volunteer hours at Books Again, and the money raised at Books Again goes to fund hundreds of programs here at the library, which has impacted thousands of people here in the community. So thank you.
Our next honoree today from Remax Associates is Karen Cooper. And to present her award is Jeff Valletta.
This is Karen Cooper. She is the energetic force that gets our day started at the office. She's the tireless worker that handles all of our print advertising, and she's also teamed up with Lori, and she is an irreplaceable, like Bob said, person within our office also. So thank you, Karen.
Our next honoree today is Sheila D'Amico from the League of Women Voters of Pueblo, and to present her award is Pam Parks.
Sheila D'Amico is the sort of member every organization dreams of. She's developed the League of Women Voters of Pueblo's membership plan. She edits our newsletter, has coordinated events for us, and is now a major player on the steering committee for the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage. Sheila has been an attorney for Wells Fargo Bank, National Center for State Courts, and Vermont Legal Aid, and was executive director for Battered Women's Shelter and the Illinois State Board of Ethics, among many jobs and volunteer opportunities. We are glad she moved to Pueblo to be near her daughter, Judy Gahn, an assistant professor of history, philosophy, and political science at CSU Pueblo. Congratulations, Sheila.
Our next honoree today is Fran Dodd McConnell. She is being recognized by Footnotes Dance Club, and Alan McConnell is presenting the award.
Thank you. Fran McConnell is one of these women that lives up to the idea that don't tell me it's impossible until after I've succeeded. Our 2 decades plus with Footnotes is a living example of that. But this is only part of Fran. Fran has an international reputation as an artist, was one of 21 artists from the United States and Canada selected by American Artist Magazine and Forbes Foundation to paint as guests of Kip Forbes at their Chateau de Beauvoir in France. Fran also volunteers. She started her volunteer work here in this library, the YWCA, Sangre de Cristo Arts and Hospice. Got too many Sangres in here. And Alzheimer's Association. I'll stop there. It goes on forever.
Our next honoree today is Susan Finzel Aldred, and she is being honored by Carol Rivera, who is also presenting the award.
Susan came to Pueblo in 1984. She's worked at the Nature and Raptor Center, taught science at the McClelland School, volunteered at the El Pueblo History Museum, and is a Girl Scout troop leader. Susan's blood runs green. As an avid environmentalist and as the environmental coordinator of the Pueblo City County Health Department, she educates the community about recycling, and she organizes the annual spring recycling event at the fairgrounds, numerous neighborhood cleanups from Avondale to Pueblo West, as well as cleanups of the Arkansas River, Fountain Creek, and Runyon Lake. Through her grant writing, a public recycling drop-off center is slated to open this spring. We are so fortunate to have the environmental awareness, education, and stewardship which she has brought to Pueblo.
Our next honoree today is Dr. Kelly Gelhoff, and she is being nominated by the I Will Projects, presented by Alice Hill.
The I Will Projects is a nonprofit organization based in Pueblo dedicated to ensuring all people have the opportunity to receive resources that can help them achieve their best. Dr. Kelly Gelhoff embodies this principle. She earned her doctorate in sustainability while still managing to maintain a healthy marriage, raise 4 young children, while still keeping her sanity. She is the director of the IFIZ, the Indoor Farming Innovation Zone, across from East High School. She hopes to introduce to Pueblo and the world the different types of growing of fresh food that can be grown in a small space which will nourish our health and our minds. I want to thank her for bringing her exceptional talents to the Iowa projects in our community.
Our next honoree today is Lindell Gisquero. She is being honored by the PCCLD Board of Trustees, and Doreen Martinez will present the award.
Good afternoon. Early in life, Lindell discovered two passions in life, ballet and books. After a career in dance that took her around the world, marriage, and motherhood, Lindell landed safely in Pueblo, where she has served the Pueblo City County Library District as a trustee since 2013. She is currently the president of the Pueblo Library Foundation Board of Directors, and she has served countless hours serving both our library district and our community. Thank you, Lindell.
Our next honoree is Lorraine Gonzalez. Pueblo Symphony is honoring her, and June King will present the award.
Thank you. We're here today to honor Lorraine Gonzalez. Lorraine and Art are quite the dynamic duo here in Pueblo. And all our organizations, and they're too numerous to list, are far better for having the support of Lorraine and Art. So we'd like today to honor Lorraine and thank her very much for all she's done. Pueblo is a better place to live because of Art and Lorraine.
Our next honoree today is Stephanie Hager. She is being honored by Friendly Harbor, and Michael George will be presenting the award.
Stephanie continues the 20-year tradition of Friendly Harbor serving the citizens of Pueblo County. Most notable, her contributions are in the area of community outreach and networking, matching visitors with needed community resources, and having an overall welcoming and engaging style of interaction with visitors. Thank you, guys.
Our next honoree today is Kimberly Hinkle. She is being honored by the Junior League of Pueblo, and Lacey Desmond is presenting the award.
The Junior League is pleased to honor Kimberly with this award. Kimberly is currently has worked in higher education for the past 6 years and is currently working towards a master's in leadership. Kim has served the community through Junior League since 2012 and has served various committees from community impact to fundraising. She previously held the position of communications chair on the board, president-elect, and is currently our president. Throughout Kim's experience with Junior League, she has demonstrated leadership and governance and has brought new perspective to the board and to the league, as well as a love for her community. We congratulate her.
Our next honoree is Tammy Horvat. She is being honored by Delta Kappa Gamma Beta Chapter, and Victoria Campa is presenting the award.
Hello. Delta Kappa Gamma is delighted to be honoring Tammy today. Tammy has been a moving member of our organization as our membership committee chair and also as recording secretary. Her enthusiasm for children, and she's such a champion for them as a teacher at Baca in kindergarten. She's been there for 12 years and she's been with our organization for 10. We thank Tammy for all her service to Pueblo.
Our next honoree is Josette Jaramillo. She is being honored by the Southern Colorado Equality Alliance, and Tommy Farnell is presenting the award.
The Southern Colorado Equality Alliance is proud to present Josette Jaramillo with this Pueblo Outstanding Woman Award. Josette works tirelessly in our community by participating in political campaigns, in her job with Pueblo County's foster care unit, and more. In 2017, Josette was elected not only as the first Puebloan, but as the first woman of color and first LGBTQ person to serve as president of the Colorado State AFL-CIO, a statewide coalition of local unions, truly making her an outstanding woman of Pueblo.
next honoree is Sarah Joseph from the Southern Colorado Press Club, and Paul Fanning will be presenting the award. Oh, did we skip? Are we out of order? Oh, goodness. Oh, thank you. Oh, Gertrude, thank you very much. Our next honoree then will be presented by Charlene.
Sorry, is the Jordan family here? Where are you? Okay, thank you. I looked all over, but this room is so full I couldn't find you. Gertrude Lippitt Jordan was born February 14, 1909, and passed away April 4, 2004 at the age of 95. Gertie, as she was known, was a woman of steel who worked for the CF&I rail mill for over 30 years and was one of the original women hired in 1943, retiring in 1974. She was very proud of a first-place ribbon for an Afghan from the Colorado State Fair. She loved to cook patika, apple strudel, and her famous homemade noodle soup as her specialty. And we have made 5 special reprints of photos we have from our photo library for the family. So I'll get this over to you soon, and thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we will honor Sarah Joseph from the Southern Colorado Press Club, Paul Fanning.
I am very honored to sing the praises of Sarah Joseph. Sarah Joseph is a champion for public health who bestows upon us an absolute wealth of helpful and timely information. As a servant leader, see, she's an absolute inspiration, helping families survive wildfires and blizzards, keeping terrible things out of our gizzards. And as you can tell from her shining smile, she does it all with grace and style. Yes, she does it all with grace and style. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. Our next presenter is Jeff. Did you want to sing anything? Rose Jubert is receiving the award from Jeff Chosner, District Attorney.
That's a tough act to follow, and Paul, your subpoena will be outside here when we're done, you know? Yeah. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Rose Jubert, if you don't know her already. Rose and I have had a working relationship for almost 10 years. She was my secretary when I was a county commissioner. She's now been the law office manager for the district attorney's office. She manages a staff of 65 people and a budget of $4.5 million. She has also worked at KTSC and at Parkview, and she has been an outstanding representative for Pueblo in all of those capacities, doing it with style, grace, and intelligence. And Rose, it's been a blessing to work with you all this time. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Chris Kennedy. She is being honored by the Pueblo West Women's League, and Denise Chambers will present the award.
And the only way I can follow that is by doing it in opera. No, just kidding. Please no. Our Chris Kennedy joined the Pueblo West Women's League in 2014, and she never hesitated to jump right in. She's jumped right in with crafting. She was our secretary for 2 years. She was game night director and also co-chair for our biggest fundraiser of the year, which is our Christmas House Boutique. And did I mention crafting? She crafts up a storm, and there is no stopping her. But a really cool fact for our group is that Chris is under 50. And she keeps us all acting young and feeling young. We love you, Chris. Congratulations.
Our next honoree is Lori Lilienthal. She is also being honored by Jeff Chosner, District Attorney.
As you can see, my office is full of great women, and Lori is another one. She has been in the DA's office for 21 years. She has specialized in juvenile offenses, and she has handled that in such a way to make sure that the most vulnerable parts of our population are dealt with correctly, dealt with firmly, but dealt with compassion.
so that we can keep these people out of the criminal justice system in the future. So she does a tremendous job for this community, and it's a great honor to work with Lori Lilienthal. Thank you.
Our next honoree today is being honored by Friends of the Library. Dottie Calhoun will present the award to Mary Linder.
The Friends of the Library are very proud to have nominated Mary Linder for this Outstanding Woman Award. Mary and her husband have been involved with Friends of the Library since 2001 in some capacity, and over the last 9 years, you can catch her at the books again. She's there every Wednesday and Friday in the mornings. Mondays and Wednesdays, sorry. She's got better memory than I do. And she and her husband moved here from Idaho after her working for 25 years as a school teacher, and now Pueblo is lucky to have her by helping out with the Friends of the Library. Thank you, Mary.
Our next winner today is Kanda Miziezek. She's being honored by Remax Associates, and Greg Ratliff will present the award.
Thank you. Kenda's been my administrative assistant for over 4 years. She's probably the most diligent person that I've ever met in my life. She really cares about the job that she does on a daily basis. And above all, she is a woman of strong faith, and I am absolutely blessed to have her on my team.
Our next honoree today is Ramona Rachel Montoya. She is being honored by Pueblo Cooperative Care Center, and Edie De La Torre is presenting the award.
Pueblo Cooperative Care has nominated Ramona Montoya as Outstanding Woman of 2018 because of her love and passion for feeding the hungry and the less fortunate here in Pueblo County. She has been with Cooperative Care for 25 years. She celebrated her anniversary. She started as a janitor and moved her way up to Director of Operations. As Director of Operations, Ramona continues to serve the less fortunate. She's not just an outstanding woman today, she's an outstanding woman every day.
Our next honoree is Chelsea Moore, and she's being honored by Jeff Chosner, District Attorney.
Paulette Stewart just said, don't you have anything better to do? And the answer is, I would be glad to honor the women in my office all day long. And this is another one that is a great employee of mine and a servant of yours, Chelsea Moore. She's been in the office since 2007 in a number of capacities, but most recently as an investigator. As you see in the article, we review 10 to 12,000 cases a year. About 2,500 of those are charged as felonies. She is one of the investigators that's on the front line. I just recently promoted her to deputy chief. She's the #2 investigator in the office. She does a great job keeping you all safe. Chelsea, it's a great honor to be with you.
Our next honoree today is Shelley Morskini, and she is being honored by Colorado State University Pueblo Foundation, and Nick Potter is presenting the award.
Shelley Morskini is the director of the President's Leadership Program at CSU Pueblo. In that role, she serves as friend, mentor, leader, and sometimes mom to many high-achieving students. In our community, Shelley is involved in Catholic Charities and the Colorado Leadership Alliance. Shelley is passionate about transforming lives of students and preparing our youth to be the leaders of our community, and she has done that for 14 years. I am proud to call Shelley a colleague and a friend. Thank you.
Our next honoree today is Dominique Munt. She is being honored by NAMI of Southeast Colorado, and Bonita Bowman will present the award.
Thank you. Dominique moved to Pueblo about the same time that I came, and she called NAMI and said, I want to volunteer to teach a program that I was teaching in California. Well, we didn't offer it. Since that time, she has gotten trained for 4 other programs, and the program she wanted to offer, she's doing it right now. This woman is amazing. And then at the beginning of this year, she stepped up and said, well, yeah, I'll be first vice president. That's not a problem. So every year that I work with her, I have to add another adjective to her name. She is an utterly amazing, outstanding woman. Thank you.
Our next honoree today is Megan Parnell. She's being honored by CSU Pueblo Center for Teaching and Learning, and Donna Souter Hodge will be presenting the award.
Good afternoon. Together with my colleague, Dr. Derek Lopez, we are proud to honor the Administrative Assistant and the Office Manager for CSU Pueblo's Center for Teaching and Learning, Megan Parnell. Megan is a new member of the Junior League of Pueblo, an active participant in the work of the Communication Committee. She has worked and volunteers with the Pueblo Symphony for the last 3 years, and for the last 3 years has helped coordinate the essay contest for the Pueblo Symphony Kids Concert across D60 and D70 school districts. Megan considers herself an educator first, and together she and her husband Travis are proud to serve this community, and in particular the students, faculty, and staff of CSU Pueblo. Congratulations, Megan.
Our next honoree today is Lindsay Paycheck. She is being honored by Newborn Hope and the Cookbook Committee, and Amanda McPherson will present the award.
Lindsay inspired others to support and care about the cookbook project during all the trials and tribulations. Through her continued show of poise, compassion, integrity, and respect, Lindsay motivates her fellow volunteers and friends to provide service to women and children in the Pueblo community. Now she serves as the president of the board of directors of Newborn Hope, a nonprofit organization striving to give Colorado's premature babies a healthier start.
Our next honoree today is Marilyn Penley from Rosemount Museum, and Deb Darrow presenting the award.
Thank you. Marilyn has volunteered at the museum for 27 years and has toured literally thousands of people through the halls of the mansion. She's also a dedicated worker in our gift shop and helps to keep that running smoothly, and she sells all the time, and we love that. And Marilyn is very friendly, she's funny. Our guests and our volunteers love to spend time with her and be around her, and she has a smile that lights up the room, and we're so glad every Friday morning when she walks through our doors. So congratulations, Marilyn.
Our next honoree today is Julie Rodriguez. She is being honored by the Pueblo Library Foundation, and Lindell Gayro will present her award.
So this is Julie. Julie is a Pueblo native with over 20 years of community relations, communications, fundraising, marketing, and management experience. She is the Community Affairs Manager at Black Hills Energy, and she's worked for Steelworks Center of the West, Colorado State University Pueblo, the Democratic National Convention Committee, the City of Denver's Office of Cultural Affairs, Colorado School of Mines, and Metropolitan State University of Denver. Julie has been on the Pueblo Library Foundation Board since 2014, and she served as the president for the last 2 years. Thank you, Julie.
Our next honoree today is someone I know pretty well and worked with for quite a long time, but her name is Carol Lynn Rooney. She is being honored by the PCCLD Board of Trustees, and Doreen Martinez is presenting the award.
Although PCCLD has been an important part of Carol's life during her 30-plus year career here, I think it goes without saying that she has been a vital part of PCCLD. She has served in multiple capacities, from shelver, manager, technology trainer, in many departments, including readers and reference advisory, youth services, you name it, Carol has done it. She's always strived to achieve with spirit and kindness and has set a standard of excellence for PCCLD. Thank you and congratulations, Carol.
That one kind of choked me up a little bit, Carol. Our next honoree today is Tracy Samora. She is being honored by Andrea Aragon and CSU Pueblo.
On behalf of myself and Dr. Tim Mote of CSU Pueblo, we're happy to honor Tracy. Throughout her impressive career, Tracy has had a long history of making a positive difference in her community,
her beloved alma mater, where she is currently the Alumni and Relations Director, and many important causes that have impacted her life. Profoundly affected by her mother's battle with breast cancer, Tracy has made sure to carry on her mother's legacy by working to help others affected by this horrible disease, both as a volunteer and in previous employment. Her greatest honor by far is being the proud mother of two awesome sons, Brandon and Nate. And despite many challenges in her life, Tracy is never without her positive outlook and that beaming smile. Our next honoree today is Mary Helen Sandoval. She is being honored by El Pueblo History Museum, and Don DePrince is presenting the award.
So we are honored that Mary Helen Sandoval chooses to spend some of her very busy hours helping us at El Pueblo History Museum, where she works the front desk, has taught us how to stream chili ristros, and has even smudged the museum after hours to rid us of any negative energy.
They have ghosts.
Yes, we do have ghosts. Mary Helen, and there it was. Sorry. Mary Helen serves the community with the great people in this community with the greatest need as an advocate for crime victims and the neglected or abused children. Many of you may also recognize Mary Helen because she volunteers every year to help other seniors with their taxes, and you may see her frequently at the grocery store because she is always helping elderly neighbors and friends with their weekly shopping. Thank you.
Our next honoree today is also just an awesome lady. I hope I don't cry for this one. Her name is Sarah Schwartz. She's being honored today by the Friends of the Library, and Becky Summit is presenting the award.
It's my pleasure to present Sarah with the Outstanding Woman Award. Sarah has been Program and Events Manager for the Pueblo City County Library District for over 4 years. Among the many duties she juggles, Sarah is the liaison for the PCCLD Friends of the Library Board of Directors. Without Sarah, we couldn't do what we do, and we are so fortunate to have her. Congratulations and thank you, Sarah.
Our next honoree this afternoon is Ernestine Thomas. She's being honored by SCORE, and Rita Freiberg is presenting.
You're so welcome.
Ernestine's selected to retire in Pueblo 30 years ago, and she hasn't stopped helping us yet. She's volunteers for SCORE and spends her time mentoring, coaching, encouraging, cheerleading small business owners, future entrepreneurs to help them build successful businesses in our community. In her spare time, she volunteers for the Government Employees Federal Credit Union Board, for the Business Women's Network Board, and there's a whole list of other people. But we are really, truly privileged to have Pueblo, have Ernestine selected Pueblo to retire and contribute to our wonderful community.
Our next honoree is Wanda Toper. She is being nominated by Friends of the Library, and Mary Simmons will present her award.
Books Again and Friends of the Library are so proud to honor Wanda as an outstanding woman. Over 11 years, Wanda has donated thousands of hours and innumerable books to Books Again, the best used library in southern Colorado, right down the street. Wanda has introduced so many readers in our town to great authors, and she leaves a legacy of book lovers and volunteerism in Pueblo. Thank you, Wanda.
Our next honoree is Heather Trost. She is being nominated by Pueblo Home of Heroes Association, and Paulette Stewart will present her award.
I have to read this, and you'll be surprised why. She's my daughter. A Pueblo volunteer since she was 3, Heather Trost, took a week off from her business to help with the hospitality of the Congressional Medal of Honor Convention this last fall. She was the first person they met when the recipients and their families came in. Then she helped them all week long, and then she packaged up their goodies to send them home, and she was the last face they saw when they left. And she's a joy to be around each and every day, and she's truly a Pueblo ray of sunshine.
Our next honoree today is Adina Vega. She is being honored by NAMI of Southeast Colorado, and Bonita Bowman will present her award.
I just feel so blessed to have 2 people. You know, when you have a small nonprofit organization, it's always hard to get really good volunteers, and I am incredibly blessed with this outstanding woman. She's creative, she's can-do, she's efficient, she thinks things all the way through. And when I first got started in here, the answer to all my questions was, ask Adina. And so I do ask Adina. And so I just feel so blessed. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you.
And you forgot the most important part. She's a volunteer also with the Community Relations Department at the library. And finally today, our last but not least nominee is Ruby Zulik. She is being honored by Home of Heroes Association, and Jim Stewart will present the award.
Thanks, Fedori. We want to honor Ruby Zulik. She was a volunteer coordinator for the 2017 Congressional Medal of Honor Society Convention, which was a Herculean task. Seeing to it that over 150 volunteers were in place covering 15-hour days to help the convention attendees with all their needs. She did this job with her usual wonderful smile and can-do personality. Her incredible work was a key element in making the convention a rousing success. Ruby is truly an outstanding woman of Pueblo, and we thank you so much for all you did for us. And note the time. Yes. It's about 1:15. Does that mean I get to fill the next 15 minutes? Oh, okay.
We're not quite done yet, but thank you. Well, I hope that you are all really inspired by what you heard today. Don't we have great women in this community? So just a quick reminder, let's just keep the party going. We have all kinds of great events and programs planned for March, which is Women's History Month. Please take a look at the flyers that are on your table and come here and learn about some of the other amazing women that have contributed to our community. Thank you all again so much for attending. We really appreciate seeing this incredible celebration of the women in our community. This is really just personally one of my favorite events of the year. I love hearing all the stories and seeing everybody here come to celebrate these incredible women. We'd like to thank Classic Catering and also several members of the community relations staff. So when I call your name, please just raise your hand. We have Ann Boyden. We have Mike Pettigrew on the video. Michelle Vigil. I don't know where she went. Gloria Madrill. Dave Hayden. And really the person who helps us put this all together, my right-hand woman, Sarah Schwartz. We worked really hard this year to get this figured out, and I hope that it went great for everybody because it was a real pleasure for us. With that, I'd like to ask all of the outstanding women to head out to the photo area, if you wouldn't mind doing so. And thank you all so much for coming today. We really appreciate it.